Let's continue with this problem. 5 over 2 minus root 3. Hit pause and see what you can do with this. We just need to simplify it. Well, we have a two-term denominator, so we've got to multiply numerator and denominator by the conjugate pair. And so in this case, 2 plus root 3. Now in the numerator, we're going to distribute, so this will be 10 plus 5 root 3. The denominator is difference of squares, so this will be 2 squared minus root 3 squared. The numerator, we don't have like terms, but the denominator simplifies into 4 minus 3, or just 1. So we get 10 plus 5 root 3. Let's try another one. Let's try root 3 over the square root of u minus the square root of 6. Now, there are a lot of square roots, but the big issue is the square root in the denominator, and they happen to be two terms. Nothing simplifies, so our only option is to multiply by the conjugate pair. In this case, the square root of u plus 6. The numerator is still just distributing. This would be the square root of 3u plus the square root of 18. The denominator would be the square root of u squared minus the square root of 6 squared. Now in this case, the numerator happens to clean up because 18 is 9 times 2. So this is the square root of 3u plus 3 root 2. Where did the 3 come from? Because the square root of 9 is 3. The denominator would just be u minus 6. Nothing simplifies. There's no square root in the denominator. We have no square root with a fraction in it. This is as far as this goes. I'm going to have you try one more like that. We're just rationalizing denominators using conjugate pairs. Nothing's really different. Let's try the square root of 5 over the square root of x plus the square root of 2. Hit pause and try to rationalize that, simplify that yourself. See how you did. In this case, the conjugate pair would be the square root of x minus the square root of 2. And that's what we need to multiply by, numerator and denominator, just a funny form of 1. When you do that, the numerator would be the square root of 5x, which doesn't simplify, minus the square root of 10, which also doesn't simplify, all over the square root of x squared minus the square root of 2 squared. The numerator, as we've already said, wouldn't simplify, so it would stay as the square root of 5x minus the square root of 10. They're not like terms. That's the best we can do. The denominator would just be x minus 2. Nothing simplifies. We have no fractions in square roots. We have no square roots in the denominator. That's as far as that goes. We rationalize that denominator and simplify it as far as it goes.